skilled care. My number came up. What luck. I'd better start at the beginning. I must say that this mid-21st century is a little better than the first part. For one thing, there's no wars. There's no major wars. Still, there are a few skirmishes with an asshole here and there, but that's a rarity rather than the norm. And the crime rate's down low to a trickle in spite of the 2 million extra laws on the books, because we all gave up liberty for security. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Anyway, somebody got the idea of this skilled care. It was a perfect way to end war. In the old days, you had those messy lies about God and country and right and wrong. All were used to disguise for population control. That's why you had a war about every decade for the last 100 years. This new way is neat. Your number comes up to some computer. You visit skilled care for a week, you're dead. No flag, no gun salute, no speech about how brave you were against the brown, black, yellow, or red enemy. It was sort of an equal opportunity exploiter. Shit, even the president's daughter got her number pulled about a month ago. It made a lot of us feel real good. Skilled care, what a laugh. I'm old enough to remember life before this neutral, politically correct bullshit. In those days you had idiots and morons. Can't use those terms today. I guess too many of them went into politics and police work. It's all screwed up. It's always been screwed up. Anyway, 48 overweight and got a date tomorrow. Tomorrow I got to go to skilled care. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with me. It's just that I was born in the wrong century. Don't matter shit to me. Ain't got no family, at least anymore. I'll tell you what, they ought to snuff all them sons of bitches in power and start over. Maybe we'd be better off running around with clubs again. Maybe not. I'm rambling. Luther works down there at skilled care. Luther's my neighbor. He told me they treat you real good when you enter. Even treat you to a fine meal with real food. None of that artificial shit. Luther said that you don't even get a shot or anything like that. They just put the stuff in your food. And here's the catch. You don't know when it's coming. It might be today. It might be tomorrow. Oh, those clever bastards got it figured out. Luther said they pipe subliminal calm messages through the intercom. It puts the doom in a euphoric state. He said the staff has to wear one-way earplugs to filter out this shit, or they'd be as happy all day as those on the dead list. Luther said not to tell anybody what he said, since he'd get fired if they knew. I ain't saying shit to no one. Luther has always been good to me. All this bullshit doesn't matter none. Like you feel good when they're killing you. I figure that's mostly for the staff, something to justify their existence, like they have some value in living. Like I said, it's all bullshit. I hated to see that Della got her number about 2 months ago. What the hell did she ever do to deserve notice? Like she was only 25 in the prime of her life. Another 5 years of living, she might have been able to find a job. I guess it makes just about as much sense as war. But I was glad to see that asshole Tibby get it. Yeah, Tibby, that asshole across the hall. He used to flash the porta screen in front of me. That's when the E-News had the number of special care casualties on the front page. Now they don't count them anymore. They'd say something like, "You're next." He didn't amount to shit. I'm glad he got his before me. And I don't even have to go down to skilled care. The pricks come here and pick me up at 8. It being a government job, they might show up at 9. I have only 8 hours to finish up 2 liters of whiskey. Care to join me? I didn't get your name. You do look familiar. I think I'll have another one. You know, the doctor tells me I shouldn't drink, like that son of a bitch has some special knowledge on the human body. 20 wasted years of education, and all they can say is, we'll have to run some tests. Shit, a C-plus 8th grader could do that. It's a high-paid idiocy. Shit, those doctors don't live any longer than anybody else. Something about a bad heart. Doesn't seem to matter, one way or the other. I just hope those bastards in power are happy, goddamn happy when the Earth population is 2 billion again. That's what they say is a sustainable population of our little blue ball. Blue ball. Blue balls. That's what they used to call a sexually transmitted disease in the last century. Shit, I've forgotten the name. How shit escapes me these days. Damn, that's funny. 2 billion. I just know those bastards won't get along even when that small of a group. The rich will want more and the poor will get the shaft. That's the age-old story. But shit, they got the environment screwed up so damn much there ain't much left for anybody. It's all going to hell. Hey, you ain't talking. You sure got a poker face. Don't matter. I like the company at a time like this. What's your name? Oh, you're the quiet type. That's okay, that's okay. I'll just have another shot of whiskey. You won't tell me your name, so I'll call you Clem. Clem, I have a serious problem at this moment. I've got to take a piss. Don't go away. That's okay. I'll just do it right here. Now, Clem, you don't mind me calling you Clem. I haven't done shit in my life. Now, there's no requirement that you have to do shit with your life, right? Then I haven't done shit. Oh, I worked a few years in a nuclear waste cleanup after the last big one. You remember that? Good money, too. I got this little apartment, and I've been drinking myself silly for about 10 years. I make no apologies. I make no apologies. What the hell has anyone done for me? What the hell has anyone done for me? I'll tell you, they haven't done shit. That shithole of a boss got his due about 8 years ago. Now I haven't told anybody about this, Clem. You'll be the first one to know. I hope you can keep a secret. Well, here goes. You don't look like you talk much. This Dave, yeah, that was his name. This Dave was always on my shit. Like he wouldn't leave me alone. Once one disaster heap was scooped up and discarded, I told you I worked on the cleanup crew after the big one, Dave would be on my back to get to the next location, like it was important. That weasel was only brown-nosing for himself. Shit, it was a government job, didn't matter, it was only a game. Let me show you something, Clem. I got this Geiger counter here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It was in my underwear drawer all the time. Let me bring it out. Clem, don't you go nowhere. I'll turn it on. Listen. It's like popcorn. Your government didn't clean up shit after the big one. The whole goddamn planet is radioactive. So if skilled care don't get us, the radiation will. The hysterical cleanup was a snow job. It didn't matter shit. But Dave, poor Dave, bastard Dave, recalcitrant Dave, moronic Dave, you get the picture? Dave used to come out to the cleanup sites just to get in our shit. He used to drive this old internal combustion thing, like he was too good for solar. Well, anyway, I cleared off this spot for Dave to park, and when he parked, I dumped a whole load of metal on his vehicle. Oh, by the way, he was just taking his keys out of the ignition. Damn thing caught on fire, too. It was a shame. They had an investigation. It was ruled an accident. Accidents do happen. I was cleared, and Dave was gone. We got a new boss, Marla, to the end of the project. The bitch just sat in her office and moved the paperwork like a good little bureaucrat. I need another shot. Whiskey bottle 2 coming up. I went through the first one in record time. You know, Clem, I should have pissed my pants. My crotch feels cold, but what the hell? In a way, I'm glad it's over. There ain't much on this planet that's any good anymore. There ain't no decent jobs. It ain't like you can own anything substantial anymore. What did they used to call it? The American dream. It's just like the old song, like I told you before. There ain't much good no more. Just like the old song. You remember it, Clem? I bet you do. I bet you do. Look at the bozos running the place. Planet Earth, the universe never-ending shithole. The respite for the damned, I tell you. Clem, you look awful pale. How did you get in here? Do I know you? Where did you come from? Are you listening? I think you are. Anyway, I'm just sick of this shit and I want it over. Clem, I know who you are. You can't fool me. You're Death. You've come to take me tonight. Can't say I'm unhappy to see you, pal. You're gonna cheat those sons of bitches out of my demise. The joke's on them. How do we do this? Is there a special thing that you do, or what? I'm sure that you've done this thing before, so I'll just have another shot while you figure out what to do. I regret